Hello everyone, this is Helen from Helios Numerology and Tarot. I honestly wasn't thinking to go live today, but I wanted to talk about July 15, 16 and 17 as a special days who brings some messages from the universe. What I'm talking about, in some cultures, 15, 16 and 17 of July are believed to be to hold a special symbolism. These are the hardest day in the year, and belief and people in in the past believe that those 3 days have a special meaning. So they did a special rituals. They believed that those 3 days are predicting the future and the following winter. So the 15 represent January, the 16th of July represent February, and the 17th of July represent March. So depends what kind of weather was those 3 days. People predicted what's gonna be the winter, the following winter. So in order to make the gods happy and make them more merciful to the people, they made some rituals, presented some gifts to the gods, and so on. So that's why I wanted to talk about those 3 days and see what the message from the universe will bring for each one of us for January, February and March 2027. So let's begin with personal year 1. Let's see what January, February and March 2027 will bring to you. Okay, so 15, 6 of Swords, 16, Death and Rebirth, and 17, 3 of Cups. Alright, so this will represent January 2027 for you. So there is gonna be some sort of change for you starting January, and you may be going somewhere or making some sort of change in your life, as maybe leaving some things in the past and begin something new. And I'm not surprised because you have a death card here, and that also represents change, represents rebirth. So you will change yourself in a certain way starting January 2027, and the death card will continue in February, meaning that the actual change may happen in February, and then in March a happy ending with the 3 of Cups. So the change that you're gonna start will lead to successful process, to something that's gonna make you really happy and the people around you, because the 3 of Cups represent the circle around you, and cups are emotions, so that's gonna be an emotional fulfilled month after the 2 months of change. All right, let's see. Let me put those inside. Let's see personal personal year 2. What's gonna happen? What the cards will predict for you for January, February, and March 2027. So you have a good luck. You also have the wisdom within the temple, and you have the edge. Take a chance. So January, wishes granted, blessing and good luck. So you're gonna start the year with positive attitude, with happy moods and happy emotions, and this is believed to be the two stones believed to be to hold a message, a special like power from the universe, and it's believed that if someone is able to touch those two stones at the same time, their wish will be granted. Let's see what you have for February. The wisdom within. All right, so think about what kind of answers are hidden within you. Look in your knowledge and try to use that knowledge to make your life better. For February, this is March, the edge, take a chance, do something different. So, starting the year with very positive attitude. February, use your knowledge and take a chance to do something different. Maybe that will lead you in a different place, will lead you in a different level of your life. You'll be in a different step. You have a higher vibration, much more better and abundant vibration. All right, let's see personal year 3 for 2027. I'll make all right, 2027. Okay, you have Pathfinder for January. You also have Viking, the New World, Courage, and I'll have this one. Take this here. And let's see what else you have for March. And you have Seven of Cups, choices. All right, so Pathfinder, January, you're gonna start with looking for a new expression, looking for a new path, looking for a way to express yourself, express your feelings, express your talents, express your thoughts, okay? But trust your inner compass to illuminate the path that you need to take. Ask yourself, where is your true north leading? All right, and starting January, then you continue with finding your way with the Viking in the New World card. So have a courage to continue that search. Maybe you'll find your new life purpose. Who knows? Maybe you find your, your soulmate. It could be. It depends what you want to do with your life path. what aspect of your life that Pathfinder is lying to, okay? Where will lead you? Maybe new soulmate, as I said, maybe new job, a new hobby, maybe new life purpose, you know, who knows? This is up to you. And March, you will be presented with choices. So maybe you have to, in order to find your, you know, your path, you're gonna have several choices. Be sure that you think through those choices so you find the right one. All right, this was a personal year 3 for January, February, and March 2027. For those of you who just who is a little bit late, connecting late to the live session, I'm talking about how July 15, 16, and 17 in some cultures are believed to hold a message from the universe, and those messages are related to January, February, and March of the following year. All right, continue with personal year 4. All right, let's see what January will hold for you. January 2027. All right, we have, okay, stepping stone, take the next step. And we have protection here as February, and I'll get one of these. All right, and the Chariot for March. So this is personal year 4 for 2027 for the January, February, and March. So let's see. The year will start with have faith and take the next step. Okay, is this related to changes that started this year and you're gonna continue with those changes next year? Could be. Is this about a you believing in yourself, believing in your abilities? Probably that's what it is. So January, you will be called to believe in yourself and make a first step towards something different. What aspect of your life that difference, that step will be, I don't know. That depends only on your inner feelings. Is it something in your relationship that you need to take a second, need to take a next step? Is it related to a work and you are planning to take a next step and thinking about promotion? Could be, I don't know. Is it related to retirement? You are planning to start retirement process? Could be simple as changing your mind and start seeing the world around you in a different way. February, a protection. So whatever that new step starts here in January, during that process, you're gonna be protected. You're gonna have the protection from the people around you. You're gonna be protected in your work. Maybe someone will support you over there if you are working, or if you are not in working age, or if you are entrepreneur and have your own business, you're gonna have a support. Is it like institutions that's gonna support you? Could be. Maybe your family will support you. That as well is a possibility. March is the next one, and see how you are starting something in January, all right? And in March, you will see the steady progress of that change with the Chariot card. So don't doubt yourself. Whatever you start in January will start unfolding in March and beyond. All right, let's see. Personal year 5. Okay, for January, February, and March. Okay. January, February, March, personal year 5. And this is 2027 I'm talking about. Sky of Clarity, January. Okay, one more time. Okay, nothing is impossible for February. And I'll get one more oracle card. Happiness. Oh my gosh. So step 1, step 2, step 3 leading to happiness. Let's see. Okay, January, personal year 5. Sky of Clarity. All right. You have an infinite insight, okay, as your horizon will broaden. You see everything in a new light, in a new way. You become more, I don't want to say maybe spiritual, yes, but you will be more open-minded as the sky is open. As there are no clouds in the sky, you will see things clearly. So January 2027, you come to maybe a realization of a situation that was that started this year 2026, and you see clearly the path that you have to take, the things that you need to make, the change that needs to happen. That's in January. Then February, nothing is impossible. Open to the unexpected. So see, you are seeing clearly here, and then your path is open, your mind is open, and then you find out that nothing is impossible in your life. You find a way to maybe resolve a situation if it's about something that needs to be resolved, if there is a problem or something, like going on in your life that was giving you like sleepless nights. There you go, February, nothing is impossible. You see the way, you find a way to, you find a solution, okay? And March, of course, happiness. You're gonna be on the top of the mountain. That's the that's the Himalayas mountains. You're gonna climb to the top of the mountain. You see everything clearly. You're gonna be the one to find the solution. You're gonna be the one to get on the next level. You're gonna be on the top of the mountain, of the success of the mountain in March 2027. All right, let's continue with personal year 6. And for those of you who are just connecting to my live session, I'm talking about how July 15, 16, and 17 in some cultures are believed to represent January, February, and March of the following year, and how people in the past were had special rituals for those 3 days, and how they were predicting the weather and the future for those for the following winter, which is January, February, and March. All right, so personal year 6. Let's see what will January be for you. January 2027, personal year 6. What message the universe is giving you right now? Okay. And when I say some cultures, I mean Bulgaria in particular. I don't know if any other cultures are having those beliefs, but in the past, that not only in the past, people were still, celebrating those 3 days, and they are interesting, very special rituals. You cannot do certain things, you need to do other things. Also, people believe that on 17, I don't believe 16 or 17, if you are going to one of the hot springs, you will be physically healthy during the next year. So let's continue. Personal year 6, January 2027. Oh my gosh, you saw that. I just mixed those cards, and again we have a sky of clarity. Unbelievable. Okay, then February. So I think 2027 will be a very it will be a year of change. Okay, for many of us it will be a year of change, because 2026 right now is a personal it's under vibration 1, and that's a beginning. But 2027 there will be changes happening in the world, not only personal level. I'm talking about society, like countries. There will be changes. That energy is will be unfolding, and number 2, because 2027 will be under vibration 2, and 2 usually is about sometimes it's a duality, ups and downs, left and right, and a balance needs to be made in order for things to go smoothly. So anyway, let's see. Personal year 6, February 2027. That's a King of Cups. Okay, and I'll get one of these for March. Personal year 6. All right, not forgotten. Message from Spirit. All right, so another sky of clarity for January 2027 for personal year 6 this time. So remember, next year 2027 you're gonna be in the next personal year. So right now it's 6, so you're gonna be in personal year 7. 7, it's about relationships, and I'll tell you in a second what that could mean. But seeing clearly a situation that you were in. Number 7 also, it's a spiritual number. Number 7 as well is a connection to other people, relationship to other people. Could be a friendship, a personal relationship with people, with friends, relationship with members of your family. So you will see, you come up to a realization, and you will see a connection that you have to other people much more clearly than the 2026. And some of you, February, and maybe your lucky time, maybe you find your soulmate, or if you already have a soulmate, your connection to that person, it will go stronger. It will be much more how to say, much more reliable. You will be able to get a support of that person. Okay, as I said, it could be a love relationship, friendship. It could be like a relationship with your family members or co-workers. But you will see in January 2027, you will see that the things around you and that relationship much more clear than the previous months. And in February 2027, that connection to that person will be much more stronger. In March 2027, you have a message from the Spirit that you are not forgotten. So have a faith. That's what the card represents. Have a faith, and if you wish that connection to that person to be in a different level, it will be in a different level. That connection will get and unfold much more stronger with the following months in 2027. All right, let's continue with personal year 8. Let's see what January, February and March will unfold for you. And for people who just connected, I'm talking about how July 15, 16, and 17 in some cultures are believed to represent January, February, and March in the following year. And those 3 days in July have a special meaning for some cultures. They have a special symbolism. That's why I am, making the live session, and I'm talking about those 3 days. And this year, as you know, as of right now, between 15 and 28, there will be a special planetary connection between, Pluto, Neptune, Mars as well, and I was talking about that barbell basket in my previous live session a couple days ago. So anyway, personal year 8, January, February, and March 2027. Let's see. You have a reflection. Okay. Have a reflection. Let me take one more. Okay, you have pave your own way, February 2027. Okay, and March 2027. Okay, the Hierophant, number 5, it's for March 2027, personal year 8. So January, a reflection. All right, what that's supposed to mean? The Mount Shasta in California is believed to have a powerful and spiritual symbolism in Native American culture, and people go there to reflect, to find out their path, to find out their soul calling, to reflect on their life as a whole, or maybe they are looking for answer to some situation. But that's what the reflection is talking about. So January 2027, you will find the answers that you were looking in during 2026. Is that a situation that was happening in 2026 and you didn't know how to react? Is that a maybe a feeling that you had that you need to do something with your life, but you were not so sure what exactly? Well, in January you come up with a realization what that meant during 2026. February 2027, okay, you will start to apply you start to apply what you reflected, what you learned, what you decided to change, if there is anything that needs to change in your life. As I said, maybe there was just a feeling that something needs to change, something you need to go in a different direction. So in February you will start unfolding that change, that step-by-step thing. Maybe you will find a way to begin a new process in February 2027. And personal year 8, this is 2026, but 2027 you're gonna be a personal year 9, and 9 will be more about completing something. Maybe that reflection and that realization here will tell you that you have to complete a path, complete a cycle in your life, and then start something new later on. The Hierophant, there you go, reflection here. You are the one to find out, you are the one to reflect on your life. And the Hierophant in March tells you that you need to be the one to find that path. You need to be the one to decide if you want to make some change. You need to be the one to pick up the pace and say, hey, okay, that needs to happen. The first, second, third step. That's the way of me making my life better. All right, let's see personal year 9 for January, February and March 2027. And as I said, July 15 represent January, July 16 represent February, and July 17 represent March. And those 3 days have special meanings in some cultures. In around the world, they are celebrated by people. They are special rituals. When I say rituals, those old beliefs are incorporated in Christianity. So those rituals are also celebrated by the church. So it's not something that it's kind of way out or forbidden or anything. No, but those old beliefs incorporated in the church, and people celebrate those 3 days. And the old beliefs is that July 15, 16 and 17 are reflecting, and they are predicting the January, February and March in the following year. So we are at the last personal year 9. Let's see what the universe have for you for January 2027. Quiet moments. Okay, and okay, the road is clear. And okay, I'll take this one. And then, oh, we have again reflection. All right, so January, quiet moments for personal year 9. So 2026, it's a personal year 9 for you, but 2027 is gonna be personal year 1, meaning a new beginning of 9-year cycle. And if you didn't like, or if you think that you need to make something different and make some changes in your life because something happened during the last 9 years, next year 2027, it's gonna be the year to start something, to start fresh, start something new, have new positive thoughts. It doesn't need to be like a major change in your life. Just change your attitude and be more positive. That's enough for universe to see that you are taking a lead with your life, and the universe will reward you for this. Let's see, January, quiet moments. Seek solace in the silence, where clarity finds its true voice. So January will be a quiet for you. Maybe take a day off, a random day off in January, and be by yourself. Maybe meditate if that's your way. Maybe listen music if that's your way. Maybe go out if that's your way. Even read a book if that's your way. But take a moment to reflect and to think about how was your life during the last 9 years. What happened? What didn't happen? Maybe you have a chance in the next 9 years to make these things happen. Do you think you achieved everything that you were planning to achieve? Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe you need to start seeing things in a different angle in order to achieve. I don't know, but January, as I said, find a moment and think about, write down even on a piece of paper, what were your goals? Did all of them, or no? Maybe you didn't have a goals. Maybe everything was perfectly fine in your life and you were happy, so continue. But take a moment to think about all of this. All right? February 2027. The road is clear. So there you go. Quiet moment here. Maybe you need to make a new plans. Okay? And the road is clear in February for those new plans. Okay, you are you know what to do. Okay, and you are making plans, start preparing, taking doing research. If it's something that you wanted to change, make a research. Talk to someone. Okay, talk to someone who was already in that path, who already crossed these roads, who already started a new journey. It doesn't need to be a paid service or something. Maybe just a friend who can show you the way. But the road is clear in front of you. So 2027, okay, you have a chance to change your life and go in a different direction if you think that the past 9 years you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, or as I said, or you didn't make any changes. Now you're gonna have a chance. So February 2027, you can start planning little by little. March 2027 for personal year 9 as of right now, and next year, personal year 1 reflection. I'm not gonna repeat what I just said a few minutes ago, but those two. Okay, so quiet, find out, you know, like make a retrospection of your life. That's basically what the card said here. Make a retrospection, okay? And here, you know, when the path is clear, when your thoughts are clear, that's most important, okay? You need to have a clear thoughts. You need to know what you want. You need to even if you don't know how to achieve it in the next 9 years, okay, you need to have a clear understanding of maybe what do you want to change, and that's the reflection. So March, start thinking of you know, how you can make a positive change if, you know, like you need to change something. Maybe a new soul path, maybe a new life path, maybe, you know, you wanted to change something in your work, or if you are not working, maybe, you know, like you wanted to work, or maybe you are only, you know, like retirement age. This is also a, you know, like a way to reflect your life and see how you want to go to the future. All right, I'm done with all of the personal years. As I said, I just wanted to talk about those 3 days because they are very symbolic in some cultures, and especially in you know, Bulgarian culture, 15, 16, and 17 of July, and people celebrate them. And I mean, I was curious to see what the universe will, you know, will present and unfold for January, February, and March next year for all of the personal years. Thank you so much for watching. If you know, like the live video, please let me know. I'm always open to questions. By the way, I have a sale that's going on my Etsy shop. You can check in my bio the link, and if you are interested in any of the services, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I will continue in the following weeks with the readings for the following 4 weeks for each personal year. So stay alert for those videos. Again, thank you so much. See you with my next video.